What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Exorcist in Island. This is a brand new, it's not brand new at all. This game actually already launched in SEA in the summer of 2020, and get this, you ready to get it? The game already shut down. The game is already shut down in SEA, and here this game comes, limping its way on over to global, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, ladies and gentlemen. Well, FG, your shutdown series says differently. Well, that was pretty good. No, I really do hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have just never, in the history of gachadom, ever seen a game fail in SEA, but do well in global. Like, I'm all about second chances. I would love for this to be a success story where this game just does super well in global and we don't have to worry about its past. But unfortunately, it's the same exact publisher, and we've seen in the past that usually when it's the same publisher, they usually do the same exact things. They got the game shut down in the first place. So I just don't see that this game is going to live up to the expectations that we all have for a live service and a hero collector. I just don't. And it's really sad to say because I don't hate the game, I hate the player. I don't know why I said that. It makes no sense in the context of this video, but it felt right. I don't actually hate the game. I think the game is actually pretty well made. It has some decent quality of life features and a fantastic art style and aesthetic. It's just really unfortunate that whatever this publisher did in SEA to make the game shut down in record time, I just have a feeling that the same thing is going to apply here in global. So do keep that in mind, right? If you do want to play this game, just keep that in the back of your head that this game is probably going to shut down rather quickly here in global, and it's probably not going to have any type of real updating either. Like, the only way that this game could get an active development team again to start, actually putting out updates is that if this game was like a rip-roaring success in global, like this game would have to break some records, ladies and gentlemen, for this game publisher, I think it's called GamePub, for them to be like, yo, we thought we were just gonna necromance this game over in global, but people really like it. So let's go hire a brand new development team to keep this game going, or maybe convince the team in Korea to pick the game back up and start developing it. Like, it'd have to be something crazy like that. I just don't see it, unfortunately. And like I said, it's not a terrible game, so I'm really kind of curious to see why it shut down. Maybe it's just ultra niche, or maybe the game gets really grindy later on, but I probably won't see it to that conclusion. But let's actually talk about the game, shall we? So like I said, the game does have some decent quality of life features that FG love to see. Right over here, constant battle. I really like constant battle, especially in hero collectors where your power level can just jump suddenly. Like, let's say you get a really, awesome weapon out of the gacha, or you just powered up a character to some insane levels. You don't want to sit around and babysit, stage 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, just sitting there destroying stages that you completely overpower. With something like this, you throw that bad boy in constant battle, you go get yourself a sandwich, you come back and you're on like stage 7-2. You love to see. So definitely love constant battle. The game also has auto repeat, which used to be a really like top tier quality of life feature a few years ago. We passed that, all right? We already off that. Auto repeat, just give me some sweep tickets. I don't want to sit around and babysit my phone or my computer while a game just kind of auto grinds in the background. But hey, at least it's not just like manually clicking stage by stage by stage. I'll take what I can get. As far as combat is concerned, it reminds me a lot of King's Raid. So you have a shared resource meter, as you guys can see, that's filling up right over here. Each character has an active ability that does take points from this shared resource. So you can see this ability costs 3, this costs 2, this costs 3. As they do combat, they build up an ultimate meter, which we'll probably not see in this video, just due to the fact that I'm either way too strong or I'm too weak for the content right now. So unfortunately, we're not going to see any ultimates, I don't believe, but maybe we'll get lucky. Decent quality of life here as well. So for example, let's say that you're just trying to grind a stage that you have no danger in dying. So what you can do is say, you know what, this character over here is a healer. I'm going to turn off their auto, so that way they don't waste my points trying to do heals that I don't need. So decent quality of life. Like I said, it's not a terrible game. I think the framework for this game is actually rather solid. So a little unfortunate that, especially right now where I feel like there's not a lot of like good gacha games out at the moment, kind of unfortunate that this game has already been shut down and is probably not going to get any eyeballs here in global to change that. But there you go. Pretty typical campaign. You have normal, hard, and hell mode. Go from stage to stage to stage, 3-star in each one. Very straightforward there. Let's go back over here to the home screen. I do love this home UI, my friend. We got sitting waifus, and we got our little waifu over here too as well. What you doing back there? Nothing? Can't click on you? All right. Let's go to battle over here. Now this is going to house all of your auxiliary gameplay modes, which of course includes your trash tried and true dispatch mode. Send your units out on a mission. They come back in an hour, 3 hours, or 6 hours. Now, a lot of times when you do dispatch modes in other games, they usually come back with rewards that are just like kind of forgettable. Not in this game. Like these things right here are very important to the progress of your account, and I'll show you what those look like a little bit later. But that is your tried and true dispatch mode. Beyond that, you have Skyscraper, Tower of Challenge, aka your endless tower mode. This is going to be a season-based tower mode, which I definitely like. So at the first of every month, this resets. So you can kind of take your time. It's not anything that you're gonna have to worry about kind of, you know, banging your head against every single day trying to complete a daily or something like that. Just take your time throughout the month, which you, of course, love to see. I love the enemy design as well. So good enemy design, good character design. I'll show you a few other characters once we get to that point in the video. But yeah, kind of unfortunate. When I was playing this game, I was like, this game is not too bad. The voice acting is a little wonky. Like the voice acting for English is pretty bad, but you can turn this bad boy on Korean voice acting if you choose to, which I'm sure is quite a bit better. But overall, I was kind of disappointed that I wasn't going to be able to add this to my temporary repertoire of my gacha games that I'm currently playing, which is a very small list. I definitely had room, but I just don't want to get too comfortable in a game that I know has almost no future. I would love to be wrong, but we are probably not. Not just me, we. You watching the video too, you're thinking the same thing. It's not just me. We're probably not wrong. But that's your endless tower mode there. You have your Dark Seal, which I want to jump into real quick to see what it looked like. I have not done this, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on in. Dark Seal, Gigantic Raid. So I am playing this bad boy on BlueStacks. I did finally get it to work. Just make sure you're using your 3D graphics renderer, and I think OpenGL, I believe. So here we are fighting a big boss over here. You can kind of see the direction that he's facing. I have all the aggro, clearly. That's not bad. This is what I wanted Exo's heroes to do. Like I wanted it to have like a big raid that, you know, all the groups surround this big mob and then we all just kind of battle it while the camera kind of pans around. But alas, that game will never see me again. But there you go. Nice little raid boss there. Very interesting. You also have your daily resource grinds. So each one of these daily resource grinds has a slightly different battle mechanic. And for example, like Gold Fever, you're just like beating up on these little gold devils, like to beat the gold out of them, that type of stuff right there. So daily resource grinds, pretty straightforward. You do have limited entry tickets, as you guys can see right up here. But that is pretty much the game, right? So endless tower, dispatch mode, you have raiding, you have daily resource grinds. Of course, you have PvP. And then later on, soon to be updated, you have Hellgate, which is some type of boss rush. But that's pretty much the game. Campaign, battle, that is that. So now when it comes to recruiting your squad, so not only does this game have a little bit of similarities to King's Raid when it comes to the combat, it also has the same kind of similarities when it comes to recruiting new heroes in your team. So you have to just focus on one character at a time. So like, let's say for example, I want to get Suki. If I make a proposal to Suki, I have to reset all the progress I've made to my other little hot waifu over here, which, not my favorite. But every day you want to come in here, you want to talk to her, see how her day's going, make some small talk, build up some affection. You can also give her two different types of items here. So you have like these Nintendo cartridges, which is like a true affinity item. Like this is designed to build affection. Or you can give her this little material over here, which you also use to awaken your character. So you kind of have to be careful. I would probably try to stick to just giving her Nintendo cartridges. You don't want to give her these little awaken materials because that's going to kind of hamper the progress of your main team there. But, you know, maybe you do a mixture of both, but that's how you recruit new characters. So kind of get used to only kind of running with 3 characters for now, because it's going to take you a while to build up 100% affection to get that 4th character on your squad. So keep that in mind. But while we're here, let's take a look at a few of these characters here. Ah, Suki Suki. But once again, no surprise, really great art and design. Very, very nice. We have a couple of different character classes here. We have support, you have balance, you have tanks, and you have DPS. There you go. Nice little puppet waifu of some sort. And that is that. When it comes to the actual gacha itself, dude, sitting waifus all over the place. Why can't I play this game? When it comes to the actual gacha, the gacha is going to be basically an equipment gacha, which also houses exclusive weapons as well. So we'll go through a full summon animation because I do like the summon animation. It's like you order room service. Tap that box. Oh, I'll tap it. The box. And go ahead and open, and we have some upgrade material. So it's going to be one of those games where the gacha, not only does it include equipment, it also includes upgrade materials as well. The thing that you're shooting for the most inside these gachas are going to be the exclusive equipment for characters. So you can see right here, I do have an exclusive replica for this character right over here. So let's talk about this replica exclusive weapon system. So like I said, in the gacha, there is exclusive weapons like a super ultra rare exclusive weapon and then a replica ultra weapon. So you can still get the extra skills on the replica, but obviously the ultra rare one is the one that you want to shoot for. But at least you get to have an exclusive weapon that allows you to have these extra skills, even if you're not lucky enough to get the most rare one out of the gacha. I do kind of like that quite a bit. When it comes to equipping your characters, very straightforward. You have an auto equip system here. This game is going to be one of those games where we're going to be digging through your gear, trying to find the right mix of stats. You got percentage based hit, you got percentage based crit, you got flat attack, etc., etc. Then once you find a piece of gear that you want to commit to, you can go ahead and level it up by using other fodder equipment that you don't use anymore, or you can use these hammers to hammer up the levels as well. But then on the flip side, you can also enhance it by using the enhanced stones that you just saw me get out of the gacha. You can get these out of a few other places as well, including dismantling your equipment. Now, as far as leveling up your character, once again, pretty straightforward. Either grind out levels by just auto-repeating content, or you can use these level up brews, which are not easy to come by, so do keep that in mind. Once you hit max level, you will evolve your character. They restart back to level 1, and then you level them up all over again. So it's one of those games as well. And then when it comes to skills, you have these charms, which will allow you to specify which skill you want to level up. It's not one of those games where you use one of these and it's just a random level up upgrade. You can actually tell the game that you want to level up a specific skill. And that is that. So that is pretty much the game, my friends. Beyond that, the only thing that I see that I don't have unlocked is going to be a clan system, which, you know, I'm pretty sure it's just a clan system. So that will do it. A nice little look at Exorcist in Island. Like I said, the game is not bad. And if you can kind of look past the fact that the game is probably not going to be here for the long haul, and you just want to have, you know, a fun game to mess around with for a month or two, then have at it.